Xander Zayas finally gets his homecoming fight. And not only is it a homecoming fight, but it's a unification bout. And let me tell you, beautiful people, Xander Zayas, if I had a hat on, I would take my hat off to Xander Zayas. The youngest guy out of all the champions, yet he's the only man that keeps on daring to be great time and time again. Going up against Abass Baraou. Now listen, Xander wanted all the smoke with Virgil. Xander wanted all the smoke with Boots. Eddie Hearn just came out and said, he was like, listen, Xander contacted me and told me, I want Boots next. And Xander wanted all the smoke with Sebastian Fundora, the towering inferno, the man with the most badass name in boxing. But Sebastian Fundora's manager told Xander, we will only accept this fight if there's a rehydration clause. How crazy is that? The 6'7" towering inferno wanted a rehydration clause from the 5'11" young gun, inexperienced young gun. I mean, listen, I always knew that Xander was a bad boy, but let me tell you, beautiful people, Xander Zayas is the truth. And he's going up against a very tough and rugged champion, newly crowned champion in Abass Baraou. Now let's talk about Xander first. The man, he doesn't really do anything that stands out, but he's so disciplined. He's so determined. He got the heart of a lion. He got guts of steel. And the man wants to, he wants to dare to be great time and time again. He's been wanting to fight the top guys since he was 21 years old. How old is Xander now? 24 years old? 25 almost? The man is only warming up. He's a baby, especially in comparison to all the other, contenders. They're all in their mid-30s, and Xander Zayas almost mid-20s, and the man has already secured a unification bout. Now let's talk about it, beautiful people. Xander got an unbelievable jab, unbelievable footwork, so disciplined, like I said, so loyal to his trainer. Simply, you love everything about Xander Zayas. I love everything about Xander Zayas. The man got everything it takes to become an absolute superstar. The face, the rightful face of Puerto Rican boxing. And to all the Puerto Ricans watching this, you guys should be so proud of the fighter that Xander has turned out to become, but most importantly, of the human Xander Zayas. What an exceptional human being. His parents did an unbelievable job raising an unbelievable man. Young man, even though me and Xander, are similar in age, but the man, I'm gonna be honest, he's way mature than not just me, but everyone that I know almost, who's around my age. Listen, what more can I say about Xander Zayas? Love everything about the man now. He's going up against Abass Baraou. Abass Baraou, he beat Tellez in his last fight and got elevated to a champion. Now listen, this should be a straightforward night for Xander Zayas. Abass, decent power, he's not really athletic, not much footwork, defense, just, he's a stand and bang kind of guy, he likes to trade leather, heavy shots, but one thing that you can never take from Abass is that he's determined. And once a fighter, and especially a champion, is determined and refuses to take no for an answer, that's a dangerous man right there. And listen, the fight will be in Puerto Rico. All the pressure will be on Xander Zayas. We are all tuning in to see what Xander Zayas produces in his hometown. So there's basically no pressure on Abass Baraou. The man is playing with house money. Nobody expected the man to reach the top level. He did. Nobody expected the man to beat Tellez. He did. Nobody expected the man to become a world champion. especially in such a stacked division, and he proved the world wrong and became a world champion. So he's already an overachiever. Now Xander, on the other hand, we are expecting the world from Xander. So he needs to deliver in this fight. Now, in my opinion, personally, a win is enough for me, but I know that all the Puerto Rican fans will show up for Xander expecting a scintillating performance, expecting a jaw-dropping, star-making performance. Will he produce that on the night? We know for a fact that he has it in him, but will he actually go through with this? Will he actually knock out Abass Baraou? Listen, it's going to be such a tough task for him to finish Abass, but because I'm going to be honest, in his last fight versus Garcia, the night where he became a champion, Garcia, the man who beat Charles Cornwell, Garcia is a very tough, tall, sturdy Mexican, but he's not elite. I'm going to be honest, love Xander, but he never fought anyone elite. But same goes for Abass. He also never fought anyone elite, but I know that Xander is elite. Now, can Xander beat Virgil, Boots, Bakram, Sebastian? I don't know. Honestly, I think that Sebastian would knock him out. But with me now knowing about the rehydration clause that Samson Lukowitz, Sebastian Fundora's manager, asked for, I don't know if they're actually confident in beating Xander. And Sebastian, he vacated his belt. He was the unified 154-pound champion. He vacated the belt and went and had the rematch with Tim Tszyu instead of defending versus his number one mandatory contender, Xander Zayas. What does that tell you? Now, do I think that Sebastian Fundora fears Xander? Of course not. But his management are definitely not as confident as he is. But let me tell you who's the most confident. Out of all these guys, Xander. Xander Zayas. Xander, I'll say it again. Come on, guys. This man wants all the smoke with everyone. How can you not love Xander Zayas? People like him is the reason why we love the sport. We love seeing people who are doubted, daring to be great, defying all odds. And listen, it's not like Xander Zayas got crazy power. Listen, he does the fundamentals exceptionally well, but you gotta have some knockout power. And, when was the last time that Xander knocked anyone out? I don't remember, to be honest. When was the last time that Xander fought an elite fighter? Never. So, you gotta also take that in consideration. Is the man too brave and too ambitious for his own good? I don't think so. I don't think you can be more ambitious than you should. Xander Zayas wants to fight Jaron Ennis. Let him fight Jaron. If he loses, so what? Let him fight Fundora. So what if he loses? No, I'm not gonna lie. I favor Bakram over him. He's actually, let me tell you this, Xander Zayas is the only man in the entire division, out of all the top guys, he's the only man who said the name Bakram. He's the only man to call out Bakram. And after this fight, God willing, if Xander wins this fight, he's coming after all the big guys. He's coming after Virgil. He's coming after Bakram. He's coming after Boots. I don't favor him to beat any of them, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, but you gotta give him a shot. Why? Is because the man is so confident, he's so disciplined, he's so hardworking. Listen. Puerto Rico, I've said it once and I'll say it again. You guys should be unbelievably proud of this man. Abass Baraou, buckle up, Lions Den time. Listen, if Abass Baraou can pull off the upset, my God. We got a true player at the 154-pound division, but I'm going to be honest. Even though this is a unification bout, I'm not too sure if those both men are the two best in the division, especially Abass. Abass took so much punishment in his last fight versus Tellez. And Tellez, how good is he? Also never fought anyone elite. fought Julian Williams way past his prime, beat him by decision, couldn't knock him out, couldn't knock him down. So all I'm saying is this, beautiful people, this night, Saturday night in Puerto Rico, will tell us everything we need to know about both champions. Listen, I'm rocking with Xander Zayas. On paper, on the eye tests, and maybe I'm biased. Listen, maybe Abass can shock the world and shock me, but I like Xander so much as a person, as a human. I'm going to be rooting for him, and God willing, he gets the job done, raises the Puerto Rican flag, and goes on to bigger and better fights.